right, let me let me be serious, okay? Because I definitely thought I had an intro, and I don't. Okay, guys, let's just start. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. It is December, God knows what, December 20th or something like that. We are like in that Christmas week. I'm off from work. I had some hours for continuing education that I had submitted, got approved. So I got some continuing education stuff to do over the next few days. However, as you can see, I'm driving. I am on my way to Tanger Outlets. Gotta go to Polo. I bought something during the Black Friday sale. I want to see if I can exchange it, get like a bigger jacket, and then also see what I can get for the kids. And not my kids yet, but I'm not pregnant. But yet, not. Whoa, what's happening? Okay, let's gather. I am getting gifts for other people's children, like, you know, my friends' kids and, you know, my family's kids, things like that. So that's why we are on our way to Tanger. But okay, I decided that I wanted to make a video for many reasons. I obviously have not been consistent on YouTube this last year, and I just wanted to do like a little car confessional, right? Like they have car karaoke, they have closet confessionals. So we're gonna make it a car confessional. I got like an hour and 20 minutes before I get to my destination, so I might as well just talk and share and vent and open up and be vulnerable and all the yada yada that comes with the yada yada. Funnily enough, like I'm not sure if I said it in my last vlog, when on my vacation vlog, I ran into a subscriber, right? So out in Barbados, she was like, why are you not posting? Like, this is me paraphrasing, like, why are you not posting? All right, that was that. Somebody then, maybe like a month later, commented on one of my old videos, like, no more vlogs? And I was like, all right. This month, I ran into somebody. They're like, yeah, I was about to try to hit up your sister. I'm trying to figure out, where are the videos? The final straw, the reason why I'm really vlogging, or not vlogging, but the reason why I'm backing up my camera today is because this week, somebody, I don't even know who it was. I don't know this person. I don't think I know this person because the name doesn't seem familiar to me on YouTube. Was like, more vlogs, please. I didn't know that y'all rock with me like that. You know, I didn't know that y'all want to see little old me and what's going on with me. But guys, I had to take a break from vlogging. I had to retreat, regroup, and now I'm resuming, right? So the problem for me when it comes to vlogging is not the vlogging. It's that I have not mastered the skill of editing within a certain amount of time that doesn't eat up the limited time that I do have, right? So when I first started vlogging, obviously I worked 3 days a week. I was a bedside nurse, so I had a very strict 3-day-a-week schedule every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So from Wednesday on, I'm free, which then gave me the flexibility not only to be places and record and do all the things that I'm doing, or show the things I'm doing, but I also had more time to edit. And I really don't know how I still found time to edit when I not only worked as a bedside nurse, but I was also a nursing student for my NP and my DNP, and I was working at the current clinic that I'm working at right now full time. I was working there per diem. So honestly, I don't know how I squeezed in all that squeezed in time to edit, but I was still cranking out content. Somewhere along the lines, I just needed to I just came to the realization that I just don't want to spend that much time editing. Like, it's not that I didn't have the time to edit. I made the time to devote 3 hours here, 2 hours here, 4 hours here to edit, and I just don't want to spend that much time editing. So I say this to say to myself that I do plan to resume my vlogging, do plan to actually take a little bit of a pivot with my channel too. I may talk about this now, and if I don't talk about it now, I probably would add it to maybe like my content for 2025. But I really just have to find a way to be more effective. If I'm more effective, then I could crank out the content. So welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. For the people who've been waiting, and to the people who are new here, welcome. My name is Kimberly. My name is Cash, Kim Cash, Dr. Kim, Dr. Cash, all the things. And today we are just doing, like I said, a car confessional. I just have so much on my heart and on my spirit, and I just want to get it out. And this is a warning, and this is a disclaimer, and this is a preface. If you do not have the mental capacity, if you do not have the emotional capacity to hear somebody talking for the next God knows how many minutes about who knows what, maybe this is not the video for you. I do recommend that you look at you can go watch my other videos, the other content that I have on my channel. They're plentiful. There are other things. But for the people who have the space, please make the space for me. So, I don't even know where to start. Let's just start with how 2024 has been going, right? We're wrapping up. Soon enough, it's going to be a matter of 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year. Soup Jumu, New Year's resolutions, what we doing 2025, all the plans, got to execute 2025. Soon enough, we'll be there. But I have been in a place for the past few weeks, actually, where I've already kind of closed out this year. Obviously, we're physically still existing in 2024, but I'm already like putting certain things in motion, or just trying to just reconfigure my mind and my vision for how I want my life to be next year. And I'm just not really waiting until the new year to start. So 2024 for me has been interesting, to say the least. I have made it, I can't say, I don't know if I can really articulate how it started for me. So in the beginning of the year, I was telling one of my homegirls in January that, one of the things that I felt was just a little bit unfulfilled. I don't know what it is. I didn't know what it is particularly, or maybe I did. I can't really remember if I articulated, but I just didn't feel fulfilled. Like, for the past, I could say, what, 10? Let me see, I'm 30, gonna be 35, 24. I could say, like, for the past, like, 10 years, whenever I didn't feel fulfilled, I would just try to find a way to fulfill it. And that gave me determination, aspiration. It kind of gave me the drive. I'll say, like, let's start with let's just use my career as an example, right? Like, I started off as a registered nurse, and when I was a registered nurse by 22, working, I was like, what, honestly, I want to go back for more. I'm not really fulfilled as being a registered nurse. I want to look into something else. I said, what, girl, go back to school. Went back to school, got my degree as a nurse practitioner. All right, cool. Started doing that. I was like, I don't know if I'm fulfilled with just having these 2 degrees. Let me see if I could try to find something else to do. Boom, went and got my doctorate. So every time I felt that I wasn't fulfilled and I needed to scratch the itch, I filled it in with school. Busy work, school, career, grinding, right? And now that I have reached those 3, I fulfilled those milestones, then my perspective shifted to, like, okay, so now what else do I need to fulfill, right? And it just seems like it's a little bit harder to fulfill those things, the other things that I'm not going to get into, the other things. But I started off this year, I don't even know if I started off with high hopes. I don't know if I got a hole? You see what I'm saying? All over the place. I don't know if I really started off the year with high hopes, and I don't even know if I started the year really with a plan. I just knew that I felt away, and that's all that I had. Just me feeling away. Somewhere after, like, January, I wanted to just change my mindset and take myself out of this, like, funk, if that's really what I felt. I don't know if that's a funk that I felt, but I just didn't like how I felt. And I said, let me just try to focus on all of the blessings and the positives that I have. And I actually started doing this also with my patients. So usually, for those of you who don't know, I'm a nurse practitioner. I think I just mentioned that. And I'm in primary care. So my approach to primary care is more than just, all right, I'm managing the primary and common comorbidities. I want to look at your whole life. Patients who are my patients, I know that they can't stand They can't stand me, but they love me at the same time because I'm in your business. Yes, you coming here for a physical, right? Or you're coming here for, you know, medication refills. All right, we're gonna refill it. That aside, how's everything going with you? Like, what's going on mentally? What's going on emotionally? How's your family? You know, how's your job? How's everything with your kids? Like, I've gotten to a place where I'm involved in people's situations to the point where I hear them always complaining and complaining. So in the beginning of this year, what I did was, at the end of the year, at the end of every month, whoever my patients were, I would ask them, all right, so tell me within the last month, give me something good that happened to you. Because it's easy for us to complain. It's easy for us to say, oh my God, but just trying to find like nuggets of blessings and nuggets of positivity. So when I started doing that, I noticed that it took people a while to really tell me, like, they would have to sit there and think of something good. And that's very telling. That's very telling. It's not that we're not blessed. We are, but the way that the law works, it's like the bad sometimes always outshines the good. You know, like you might have a moment of good and you might feel it for a second, but then the minute something bad happens, that harps on you and it sits in your mind and it sits on your heart and it sits on your spirit. So that was how I just said, you know what, not only am I going to look at it that way for myself, I also want to just share it with just the people around me. Now, fast forward into the end of the year. I'm starting to, realistically, honestly, I'm starting to feel that same, like, unfulfillment, because it just doesn't feel like I'm going in a forward motion. I like the idea of busyness. I like the idea of a goal. I like the idea of, all right, something is gonna happen and these are the steps that need to be taken for it to happen, or, you know, this is what I need to do to make it happen. And I just found myself, it's just been difficult trying to execute certain goals. What, big or small? It's just like, I don't know if I need somebody just to kind of like write it down for me. I need like a life coach or something, but it just feels like I have an idea. I know that I have drive, but it's like, what are the steps? Like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to get here? And this is why, like, you know, we're getting this off my chest now. We're getting this off. We're going to try to maybe kind of walk through it together. I'm turning 35 next month. 35. Child, when did I get here? I think my first vlog was maybe after my 25th birthday, I think, here on YouTube. I can't really remember, but I can remember turning 25, and I remember what that was, you know, what that was like, and where I was at mentally, where I was at, you know, in my relationships and my career and my family. I just remember what 25 was like, and to think that I'm a decade later, I'm still here on YouTube doing whatever. But it's just interesting, like, you know, that a decade later, it's just interesting to say that, you know, that was like 10 years ago, because 10 years can be very quick. Oop, hold on, got a call. The minute I told you guys to hold, my camera fell. This is the second time that this camera fell off this car mount. I need to get a new car mount. I think this is the one that Zanette got me years ago. Shout out to you, Zanette. But yeah, I think I need a new car mount, because this is not gonna be okay. I can't remember where I was at. See, this is why I like to talk about my problems. I don't like to talk about my problems. Because I don't really have a lot of problems. But I got a lot of problems. That's just my problem. Hey. They gotta bring back this dance. Come on, bring back the Dougie. I could do that. Anyway, I think I was talking about just where I'm at. Yeah, so I don't know where I was at, but this is just a space, yeah, just to kind of just let me get some stuff off my chest. I have some goals and some aspirations for 2025. Okay? And yes, we were talking about, yeah, maybe if I could just have somebody just write down ways for me to accomplish these goals, right? So, like, I have financial goals that I need to reach. that I want to accomplish this year, but for 2025. And by the grace of God, like, he has definitely, let me not act like I haven't had answers prayers. And I don't want it to seem as if, like, I'm not blessed. I'm blessed. I am blessed, okay? God has answered one of the biggest prayers that I've been sending up to him for the past 10 years, okay? A loan repayment for the loans that I accrued as a baccalaureate prepared nurse. When I went to Adelphi, I took private loans, having no awareness, no knowledge of, like, how it would look, because at the end of the day, I'm the first one in my immediate, in my family structure to go to college. So my dad was like, you're gonna go to college, and whatever needs to be done, I will co-sign, we'll work it out, we'll pay for it later. And that's all fine and dandy. Thankfully, I'm in a career where I could pay it. But baby, them loans, them private loans, this is like private loans, Citibank. You know what I'm saying? Like, the interest rate on that was crazy. Had to refinance to another. So I've been trying to apply for loan repayment left and right. And God finally, in his time, he saw it fit for me to be white as snow. Okay, so that is already helping shape my goal for, okay, how am I gonna now save more money, make more money, be wiser with my money. I want to learn money better. My brother graduated with his master's degree. He's done with school. For those who don't know, I don't know if I've ever shared this, but my father and I, we basically paid for my brother's 5 years of college. Yes, thankfully my brother had received grants and scholarships, but the scholarships and grants only cover but so much, and the tuition is required every semester. We covered that for the 5 years, just so that my brother does not have the same burden of student loans as I did. Now that he's done with school, that's another burden off, that's another thing that's lifted, and we thank God for that. So one of the things, financial goals, just really being wiser with money, making money, making more money, saving more money, spending less, just trying to reframe my mind, my health, trying to make sure that my health is in the best shape that it can be. I have been consistently on like a fitness journey I'll say for the past 3 years, and I give myself a pat on the back for staying consistent. I've started off with a trainer for a year, just so that I can learn the basics and what I need to and retain what I need to retain moving forward. And beyond my sessions with him, I have been 3 times a week. I'm in the gym, trying different things. I just started running, guys. Like, hello? I just started running at this big age, okay? I'm trying to get the cardiovascular going. So it's like different goals. Also, just goals with regards to, like, just my family, my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, just how I want to be able to kind of like navigate those relationships. My personal romantic relationship, I have goals for that. Goals with how I just my friendships, like, just there's so many different things that I just want a different life. I just want a different life. Maybe that's what just a different life. I want a brand new life in 2025. And I know that the things that you speak are powerful. Positively, they're powerful. Negatively, they're powerful. So when I say I want a brand new life, I know that I have to be clear and believe that what I ask of God, that he will give me, whether it be starting, whether I get everything in 2025 or 2025 is the start. So I just want something different. I feel like I'm in a rut. It's like when you're playing like a board game and you're stuck on this, you're a pawn, right? And you're stuck in this one spot and you need to jump to the next space, but like the other pieces, but the players that are also playing, they're moving their pawns over you, and you're still stuck here, and you're rolling the die, and you're not moving. That's what it feels like. It feels like I'm just stuck here, and I just want to be able to jump to the next one so that I can make it to the end of this thing. But now, what does that even look like? What exactly am I conceptualizing? You know, like, what is it that I really want? That is the journey. That is going to be the work that I'm gonna have to do with myself, and that's gonna require a lot of sitting down, detaching, disconnecting, speaking to myself, spending time with myself so that I can really think things through and make sure that I'm critically making decisions based on what I want, not like what people want, not what society wants, not what my mom, my dad, not that. Just what do I want, and how can I start? How can I get there? What do I need to do to get there? I don't know why I seen this thing on Instagram, and I thought that I saved it, but I guess I just saved it in my brain. This girl was saying that one of the things that she recommends is to just plan a monthly date with yourself, and the purpose of that date is to be reflective, just to kind of see, like, you know, if you are meeting some of the goals that you have, how are you, you know, just the overall mental health, like where you at, you know, just spending time with yourself. I don't think that I spend time with myself, but it's not as intentional as I would want it to be. I am very much so an extrovert. I'm outside. What we doing? Where's the brunches? Where's the dinners? What's the link up? What we doing? We going here? We do. So I love being with people, but I also thoroughly enjoy being by myself. But in my alone time, it's just me saying, okay, well, I'm not thinking about work. I'm not being on the phone or whatever. Let me just watch YouTube. Let me watch some Netflix, which is cool, but that's not me intentionally spending time with myself. That's a distraction, right? So I want to apply that. I want to try that for 2025. Scheduling monthly meetings with myself, monthly alone times with myself, writing things down. I actually started in the beginning of the year when like I said, 2024, when I was feeling unfulfilled. I'm not going to diminish it. It's not a little unfulfilled. When I was feeling unfulfilled, internal temp too high, allow it to, and then the camera overheated. So I don't even know what I was talking about exactly. I think I think I was talking about the start of the year. So when I was feeling unfulfilled, yes, it's coming back to me. The brain is on. When I was feeling unfulfilled in the beginning of the year, I started therapy. Not only just for that, just for like, there's so many things. I started therapy, and it didn't go the way that I really wanted it. Of course, I would likely go back into therapy again. Finding a good therapist, like I tell my patients, it's like trying to find a good doctor. You're not going to connect with everybody. You just have to be open, see if it works, and if it doesn't work, pivot. Don't just give up. I didn't pivot, and I didn't give up. I just will get to it eventually. But one of the things that was good, that I did like about therapy, is that I wrote things down. I wrote things down. I wrote my feelings down. I wrote some of the homework that my therapist gave me down, so that I can refer back to it. And I want to start that, just so I can see what I need to do, see what I want to focus on, have a plan, write it down, make it plain, pray to God, seal it, voyez l'enlève, and then just get to, start hitting the pavement. So I got 40 more minutes on the road. My camera's hot. I want to listen to some music. I'm all over the place. How are y'all doing? I don't know if I even asked. How are you? How has your year been? Like, what are some of the things that, that you've accomplished or wanted to accomplish? What are some of your plans for just your life? Not only like next year, for your life. What are you looking at? What are you considering, for the next how many other years you have left, you know? Oh yeah, another thing. Societal pressures, the societal pressures, right? So now, when I turned 30, I definitely felt like it was the end for me, child. I said, I'm 30. Everybody has this stigma about 30. After I changed my mind, my frame of mind of how I need to live, because I'm like, first of all, this pressure is overwhelming. I had my hair falling out, child. I had to cut my hair, grow my hair back again. That's how stressed I was. It just reframed everything. But we don't know how many years we have ahead. We only know that we have the years that we have behind. And if we look at the reality of life, 50 years old is not a midlife crisis, because people are not living to be 100 years old. Okay, that's for the people who are centennials. Many people are passing away in their 80s. People are passing away in their 70s. People are passing away in their 60s. So if you look at it that way, for those of us who are in our 30s, this is the midlife. Okay, this can be the midlife. We're not calling premature death. We're not calling sickness and all this other stuff. But the reality, we have to be statistically aware. Okay? So with that said, if this is me looking at midlife, like I said, I want a new life. Because if I have another 35, God blesses me with another 35 years, I want them to be the best 35 years that I have, you know? So I say all this just to say thank you for having the space and the mental capacity and the emotional capacity. And, you know, and if you guys have any, you know, comments or, you know, suggestions, recommendations, I don't know, please, I am not closed to commentary. I am working on being less defensive. If there's one thing that I need to really be better at, is receiving information, receiving criticism, and eating the meat and throwing away the bones. So if you got something to say, just please say it nicely. Please say it nicely. Jill Scott has this thing where she was like, you know, if you could tell me what to do, then you could tell me what to do. And if you can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what to do. That is very much so me. Very much. And I'm not sure if that's an Aquarius thing, because I'm not really into the zodiacs and the horoscopes and all this other stuff. But I can say that there sometimes are similarities between certain people who are born in certain months. I do notice that. Like, I just noticed that as a person who was born in January. The people who are the January, Februaries, we kind of move the same. And that's one thing. It's like, you can't tell me what to do. Don't tell me nothing. You can only tell me what to do if you can tell, if you've gone through it and if you experience it and you've done it. I'm all ears. But anyway, just wanted to get this off my chest. I feel lighter. I feel better. I'm gonna go spend some money, get some things for some people, and God willing, and I know it's gonna happen. I believe it. I'm believing it. I will see you guys in 2025. The channel, there may be some rebranding. There may be a new direction. I'd really like to tap into my medical, my medical side, my medical expertise. Definitely doing more things with the Nurses Corner, which I might need to change the name, because apparently there is something called the Nurses Corner already on Instagram. I might make a new page for my nursing / medical content. Trying to crank out more vlogs, trying to do the things, doing the things. We will see. We will see 2025. We will see in 2025. And my goal for this video is for me to refer back to this video in December of 2025 and compare where I am there to where I am today. And I'm trusting and believing that everything that I will manifest in my life will come to fruition. And if it doesn't come to fruition, I know that there are things that are taking place for it to eventually come to fruition. Okay, last thing I'm gonna say, because I think I'm rambling now. There's this YouTuber that I follow. Her name is Jeronica Macia, but all her friends call her G. That's her slogan, her tagline. But what she does is, around Christmas time, she does 12 Days of Christmas, and she writes letters or manifestation cards of course she doesn't share the things with us, but she writes them down and puts them away. You know, writes it down. I'm sure she probably speaks it aloud, prays to God about it, and seals it away. And then the next year, that time, she opens up the cards to see if everything she manifested in that, you know, at that time came full circle. I mean, I'm already at the end of December. I mean, it's not that it's necessary for me to do now, but I'm thinking I like that idea, just to write it down. You got to write it down to see it, speak it, and then just go for it. So I think I would like to do that for January. Maybe I could do something that leads up to my birthday, or maybe just something like the first week, or maybe whenever I set my date with myself for January, that would probably be the day that I just do all the things that I manifest. Maybe do 12 manifestations, just so that I can have something that I'm looking forward to or looking for every month. I don't know, just not sure yet. But like I said, guys, I am trying to change my life. I'm trying to change my mind. I'm trying to change my outcome. I'm trying to change my body. I'm trying to change my money. Trying to change everything. So if you see me moving differently, I pray that it is not with any offense, but I am locking in. I'm locking in, and I hope that you also are doing the same, you know? So let me go listen to Babyface. I got 30 more minutes before I get to where I'm getting to. It's snowing. All the things. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And for the people who have made comments and told me to come back, I'm back. I listened. I did roll my eyes a couple times when y'all were trying to press me, but I'm back. I'm back. I don't know if I'm back and I'm better, but I'm back, and I will be better. Bye.